Come on. Meow. Hey,
There
Carrie.
you are. Hello.
Oh, man. Stopping one of my prescriptions and it's giving me brain shocks.
Ooh, which one's that?
Celexa. It's supposed to be like a anti anxiety med, a SSRI, whatever they're called.
Oh, I'm not on that. I'm on venlafaxine.
I can't keep up with all these damn. It's like
Mm-hmm.
citalopram is what it's I think actually called. So
I'm on a lot of medication for anxiety, stress, depression.
now,
I'm on quite a few.
uh, I don't think I need that one anymore because all it does is make me drink more and smoke more. It says that if you're on it, then it increases your addictions.
Oh, yeah.
So and then, but if I quit taking it, it makes me feel like I have brain shocks, like I'm getting little jolts
Mm.
every time I move.
Never had those yet.
I heard it's a side effect of when you quit it, but it doesn't help me anymore. So there's not much use in being on it. So
I'm having problems with my back and my shoulder.
I've been having them problems too. I don't know what. I think it's because of the way I sleep or sleep too long or something. But I know like all the time something's freaking aching on me now. It's probably from being lazy too. I need to get out and do more. And
Right.
then I sleep all freaking day. I can't help. And even if I go to bed early, I
I'll
still
be doing
sleep
a
all
lot
day.
tomorrow. I gotta go around and pay bills.
I'm the same way, Chad. I go to work, I come home and I take a nap, and it's like I'm up all night, and then fuck.
Yeah,
No,
and see if I take a nap, I've been trying to get out of taking naps, but all it does is make me sleep later.
yeah. When I take a nap, I feel shittier than I was before my nap. So
Oh yeah, and then I can't go back to sleep. So
yeah,
I didn't know we were even live
Not
yet.
today,
So
Justin. Yeah, we're live.
I mean it's crazy. You know, you're tired before you take a nap. You feel like shit before, and then after when you wake up, and it's like, did I really need to take a freaking nap? Like,
man, I don't know what it is. I've checked. I thought it was blood
Yeah, you
sugar or
drained
something like
yourself
that.
more.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, well, I have. I feel like a lot of times when I'm having crazy ass dreams, it'll make me instead of getting deep sleep, I'll just have crazy ass dreams and just stay in a damn dream instead of.
right.
It's like the dream actually drains me while I'm
Wow.
sleeping.
I have
Yeah.
weird dreams.
I
So
have really weird dreams.
Really
so
weird ones.
I do too. I've had a well, I was telling Chad I've had a reoccurring dream since I was in my teens about me running through a forest,
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
and the forest is thick and dense, but I can make out it's still daytime, Terry, and through the
Yeah.
canopy, and the further I get, there's an ominous laugh behind me. So when I stop, the laugh stops, but when I keep going, the laugh starts back up, and it's like this never-ending forest. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck that dream means.
I always have a dream of me and my two cousins playing down by a railroad track, and the one tried to run across the track before a train got there, and she got hit.
Wow.
I have that dream all the time.
They say dreams mean something, but I still can't. I have a dream book, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't for the life of me find out what my dream means. Maybe your
I think
dream.
dreams more mean more to yourself or more about yourself. Like since I always have dreams about like my car getting stolen or losing my car or something like
Right.
that,
Mhm.
losing my keys, losing my phone, and then I have dreams I'm with a bunch of people and somehow we all get separated and we're all lost trying to find each other and shit like that.
That could, Chad. That could mean you have a fear of loss and abandonment.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It tells more about yourself than it does about like what's going, like real
Right.
things about to happen. So
And I also have dreams where Don and I are in a house. He's hollering for me and I'm hollering for him, and we can't find each other.
yeah, stuff like that.
I think it all boils
See,
down to
The thing is, I'm afraid of being alone. I don't
That's
like to be alone.
I don't like being alone either.
But hey, Dave Scissors, that's exactly what I was. That's exactly
Hello,
what.
scissors.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Terry. It all boils down to being alone. Like we don't want to be alone, you know. So I mean,
Mhm.
it's like
And my cousin that gets hit by the train, I see her all the time,
right.
And,
but she's
I
in
see
real bad
people-
health though.
I mean, and see, that could be another fear is that you lose her. So
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not
And I
close to
dream
her
about all
though.
kinds of people. They say everybody in your dream is somebody that you've seen before.
Well, my biggest fear was when I lost my mom, and that's been, lost her in 2015, as most people here know. So I don't think I fear anything anymore. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
you
last
fear
time
something, but you just don't know
yeah,
what
you
that
have
fear
fears,
is.
man.
I fear snakes, but as far as like losing people due to death or my own time, I don't fear that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I got some underlining fucking fears that I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah, and a local hospital in Erie had a leap year baby.
Nice. Like, you know what? I'll be
He had to
honest
wait
with
every 4 years to have his birthday.
I'll be honest with you guys though. I don't want to lose you guys as my friends.
Well, we don't want to lose you either, Derek.
You know,
We
so
don't want to lose you because you're fun to be around.
gee, thanks. Fucking just dress me up as a freaking mascot. I can be your YouTube mascot. Dress me up as a furry.
Yeah, you could be our mascot.
Yeah, thanks. I just almost choked on my coffee.
Sure, J-Mac's already got some stuff to send you for mascot stuff.
I still can't believe I freaking gave him my address. That was
Did you really?
I did. Oh, I did, Terry. Oh yeah. And see, J-Mac was
I
very.
was in Noodles. See, I won't go back to Noodles channel anymore.
Yeah, I've been told
I got swatted. I got swatted in his channel.
You did, yeah. See,
and he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I don't go back
There's a
there
woman-
anymore.
There's a woman born on leap year that turned 25 today.
Wow. See, I know J-Mac
Hmm.
and I know J-Mac won't do that to me. Terry, I know J-Mac won't have me swatted.
No, he won't.
He might send me some stupid shit like a freaking bum with a female genitalia. But Chad, you laugh, man. But can you
Justin,
imagine?
I know who the pink cowgirl is.
Can you imagine, Chad, if
I know who
J-Mac
he is.
sent me that?
No, I can believe J-Mac would totally do that.
But he will. But as far as having me swatted, he
Hello,
won't. do it.
Corinne.
J-Mac might send me
Hey,
pizzas.
Corinne.
If J-Mac sends me pizzas, that'll be cool. Save my money for a pizza every so often.
It'll have
You can
pineapple
send
on
me a couple.
You're right.
it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and as far as the pineapple on pizza, I've had pineapple on pizza quite a few times. I'm of the opinion the older I get, pineapple does not belong on pizza. That's just my opinion, but
Oh, I love pineapple on pizza. But I don't like the ham on pizza.
Hey, Kareen. Oh, ham on pizza. Ham on pizza is the best, Terry. Come on. Ham, bacon, green pepper,
No.
sausage, mushrooms. Oh, black olives. Oh my God. Anything
Oh,
but
yuck.
anchovy.
No black
Anything but.
olives.
Oh, I love black olives.
I don't like
My wife-
anchovies either.
My wife hates black olives, but
Anything but
black olives.
Crook.
anything but
Huh?
anchovies.
I don't like
Anything.
anchovies. My wife likes anchovies too, but not on pizza.
I mean, and people. And I've had anchovies. I just don't like them.
You said you're not monetized, right?
I'm
Terry.
not. I'm. Oh,
Aren't you the one doing the
No, I'm
podcast?
not.
Okay.
Terry, did you used to
No,
smoke?
I'm not monetized. Yes.
Oh, you did. Okay. How'd you quit? How'd you quit?
Cold.
Well, if you're cold, you should warm yourself up. Just joking. Cold turkey. See, and I tried quitting cold turkey, and I was moody as a woman when I quit cold turkey.
I thought you were like that
Well,
normally.
then you should have went and got some Midol.
Oh God, is that a joke?
Hey,
No,
Midol's
not.
actually good. Midol's actually really good for any of that shit, dude. You got a freaking headache
It's
or a
good for
hangover?
migraines too.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
My sister buys Midol for my brother-in-law because he gets real bad migraines.
Yeah,
and that's
Midol's
what
good
takes
for a
care
lot of
of it.
stuff.
You don't have to be a woman to buy Midol.
Well, when I have a migraine, I take Advil gel caps.
I just take Advil. Especially if my pain medication ain't working, I'll go out and get some. I'll wait about 2 hours, then I'll go out and get some Advil and take.
Hey, Rain.
Hello,
welcome,
Rain.
welcome in, Rain.
Seeing a lot more bad weather up by San Francisco right now than I am down by Bakersfield and shit.
Right.
I don't know. It's stretching down in Fresno too.
Oh, Chad, I'm northwest side of. I'm by Ohio almost.
Well, there was a bunch of
About 2 hours
hurricanes
from
there
Ohio.
too, though. I mean, the hurricanes, tornadoes there in Ohio,
Tornadoes.
not for last too.
Hello,
My hurricane got to sleep, so I didn't have to hear it.
hello, Justin. Welcome in.
That's something crazy about like fronts this time of year. I mean, like it feels cold out here, but it's actually like 58 degrees. But it feels really cold because of this breeze blowing through.
Would you?
And
Would you?
I'm sure you can tell from the flags moving. But like all
Yeah.
these fronts now that start coming through, they will come and go all the way down, and they will completely fall apart as soon as they get into Florida and
Would you
North
say-
Florida.
Would you guys say we had a good winter this year, or would you say it was a little funny at times?
I
this year?
think it's good. It's funny, but it's good. We didn't even get 60 inches of snow here.
No, we didn't get much either here either.
We haven't had near the frost we had last year.
I didn't think it fucking did that in Florida, Chad.
What?
Snow and frost.
Not snow, just frost. So you can't start your outdoor plants until the last frost. So
Wow. I mean, I think it's our ozone layer. I think we won't have winters like we did when we were kids.
dude, you know they said that all of that's already closed up and everything now, right?
What, the ozone layer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
And
that.
that was from years ago, and they were saying because whenever we were kids, they were saying, "Oh, the ozone layer will be gone in the next 5 years." And then they're like, "Oh, look, the hole's moving," and then it was like, "Oh, look, the hole's closing."
That's what she said.
I'm sure she did say that with you, Derek. Derek, you're not making the hole any bigger; it's just closing more.
Oh, fuck, we're open. Just never mind. I'm gonna shut up. California. Tupac. Nope.
They still have no suspects on that.
Oh, they did.
Young-
They caught somebody. They arrested somebody.
Well, for that Amish girl?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about Tupac. No, what? There was an Amish girl that was murdered.
Yeah, up by me.
Oh wow.
Only like what, 10 miles? Oh, more like 13. Well, 15 miles from me.
You got Justin talking about Dr. Seuss. What's your favorite Dr. Seuss book? You know how long it's been since I read Dr. Seuss?
Mine's a Toad and the Frog.
Mine is the green eggs and ham thing.
Mine used to be the Cat in the Hat.
Let's see.
Now I read.
That comes back.
That ain't what I want.
Now I read books like the 33 Strategies of War, the 48 Laws of Power. You know, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I can't remember the rest of that. You guys remember Richard Scarry? He was an author.
No.
No.
He wrote children's books back in the 80s and 70s.
Yeah, that damn fat cat I was showing you a minute ago, Terry.
Yeah.
That asshole or that bitch will sit up there on that damn headboard all night, then fall asleep and fall off of the headboard. And the headboard's only like 2 inches wide, and she's like 8.
Wow.
And then in the morning time, if she's still up there and my wife's alarm starts going off, she'll hit snooze a couple of times, and then the cat will jump off the headboard over her head or try to jump over her head onto her to wake her up. But a lot of times she doesn't make it over her head, so she jumps on top of my wife's head at night or in the morning.
Wow.
Oh, so far this year we got 113 inches of snow. Last year at this time we had 172.
Wow. Right, Justin? Okay, that's what it, yeah. I forgot how the rest of that book went. Green eggs and ham.
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
I should write a book that's I was told that I should make a cooking book. But I don't know. You guys like fried green tomatoes? The food. The food, not the book or the movie. Even though the book of the movie is good.
I've never seen the movie.
I think I have
do like
somewhere.
Fried green tomatoes are awesome. Little eggs, some batter, to fry them up. I love a good bacon and I love a good BLT. Oh, I got the cops in the background on my end.
Well, you've already heard several times.
You do?
You guys hear that? Oh, maybe not.
No, I hear your heater banging.
no.
The problem with living in a border city, there's always crime. I should actually make sure my phone is charged some night and take a stroll out in my city at night and do some filming and see what kind of things go on in my city at night.
Shit, dude. Out here, it's no telling what it's going to be.
Well, with you there, I guess.
You don't ever see them coming up to my house.
Nope.
They went by earlier today.
Well, you heard them coming by my house a few minutes ago, so
Yeah.
I think it was Justin or somebody who was like, thought that was coming by my house. Yeah, we have them coming by all the time, but I live on a fairly main road for my area.
Yeah, I live right there in the heart of downtown for my city.
Well, I'm saying a main road for country road anyway. So
I live off a busy road, but I live in a trailer
busy
court, so
road.
it's not really busy here.
So my road's one of the main ones that the cops would take to get other places. So they're not driving through pure residential areas to
Right.
dirt roads or.
They don't want to get their cars dirty.
Nope.
Yeah, they get their cars dirty anyway. Their cars are all yellow right now with all the fucking pollen. So
Yeah, but they, yeah.
Aren't they
I-
white though?
most of ours are white and green.
That's what I thought.
Most of ours is white and blue.
Sheriff's departments are all white and green almost.
Yeah, there's rarely any actual black and white police cars anymore.
Well, if you ever look on TV and you see like one of them cop shows or one of them cop cam shows or videos or something like that, if it's a white and green car, it's most likely Florida.
I would love to get my hands on an old 50s police car. I really would. That would be cool to have.
I want an old 90s or 80s Mustang police car.
I thought you'd be a Blues Brothers mobile person.
Ours are changing. We got Blazers and vans and you name it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of stuff like that so they can get into backwoods shit and everywhere.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got license plate spotters and everything else, so people are having a shit fit about them.
Yeah.
Well, they got them on there so that if like a car's stolen or if there's somebody abducted or something like that,
Yeah.
it'll spot where their car was.
Those are nice to have, though. They would be.
Right.
Now, a lot of people complain about them, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing nothing wrong. So
Right. Me neither. Not anymore.
I'd have more of a problem if they started pulling over white cars the same model as mine are, because there's like, I didn't realize when I got it, but there's like 10 million of them driving around.
Ain't that weird when you buy a vehicle, then you see a lot of them?
Yeah, I know. I went to Walmart one day, and where in the parking lot, it was kind of open, so I went and parked. And the next car, not the next car over, because if there's open parking lots, I'm not going to park, right next to another car. So I left a space.
Right.
There was a white car here like mine, so I left a space and parked like this. And then while I was in there, the store got crowded, and then came back, and there was another car just like mine parked in between us. So it was like 3 white Fords, the same model and everything, parked right next to each other.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
And I was like, you know what? If something ever happens and they're like, it's a white, Ford, whatever, then I can imagine y'all trying to find that white car since,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sitting out there waiting for my son to get off the school bus and like 5 will drive by.
I had a Dodge Ram at one time, and I would park it far enough away from all the other cars when I'd go to a store.
I came out of Walmart one time and went to the wrong vehicle. Couldn't figure out why my
I've done
door
that
wouldn't
before
unlock.
too. I've done that before too.
I've come out of stores before, and where the numbers are on the parking spot. I fucking would forget. Sometimes I'd forget where I put my fucking vehicle.
We've all done that before, Derek. Sounds like a stampede in the house. So I think the kids are going to bed, so I'm gonna go give them a kiss goodnight.
Okay.
Okay.
What kills me is these guys that steal hubcaps from people's vehicles in broad daylight.
Hello, scissors. Hello, Rain. I didn't say hello, hello.
Hi, Scissors.
Oh, Derek, you're gonna have to hold down the fort.
Okay.
I gotta take my puppy outside.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. Oh God, I guess I gotta put my camera on. Fuck.
Another thing about here is whenever the cops show up, they show up in numbers. So
Right?
that's why I was saying about like that whole all the cops that showed up in Miami to that supposedly alien sighting.
Yeah.
It's not unusual because the cops will show up in freaking force.
Carrie went to go take her puppies out.
You and Cheesecake keep keeping me up all night, Derek.
Hey, you know what? I'm getting to that point too.
Let's see. Crap. Hold on a minute, Derek. I'll be right back again. Sorry.
Okay. So, how's everybody doing in chat? It's freaking cold, man. Oh, it says I love it when the wind howls like that. I also love a good thunderstorm.
Watch out.
Whoa! What the hell of a jump?
Oh, I love scissors. I love a I when I love a good lightning storm as well. I mean,
Yeah, I love a good lightning storm. I just started going in the house now whenever they're too close.
not me. I'll fucking stay out there. Oh,
So you ain't had enough close strikes then.
I had one. Like I told you, I was under a tree and it
Said
fucking.
enough, buddy. Not just one.
Well, believe me, I don't need any more than one close strike with the lightning. With lightning,
Well, you said you'd still sit outside during the thunderstorm. So
yeah, I will.
you ain't had enough close lightning strikes. Because
Well, maybe I can be like John Travolta. Maybe I can be like John Travolta in that movie where he gets struck by lightning.
let me see if my light. Okay, my lightning detector's still on. Nope, I turned it off. Okay, Derek. Here's my lightning detector.
I don't like the lightning.
Here's my lightning detector.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so it's still starting right now. Okay, so it says listening. It'll have the one number on this side will tell you how close it was, and the one on this side will tell you how many strikes there's been since it's turned on.
Did you get that from Amazon?
Yeah.
Maybe I should order that too.
When a bad storm comes through, a lot of those strikes will be within 1 to 2 or 0 to 2 or 3 miles of me. And that lightning counter will be up to about 100 or will go up to 199 and will be filled up within a couple of hours if a bad storm comes through.
Wow.
wow.
So over 200 strikes within less than 10 miles in a couple hours. And I have sat outside and done podcasts or been on live and stuff like that during plenty of thunderstorms coming through just for stuff on shows like this.
Scissors, where are you at?
And you don't have a thunder without lightning there, Scissors.
Oh,
Derek,
you're
just wait till-
California, Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I knew that.
Rain's in Ohio.
I keep on thinking rain is in Bakersfield and
Yeah.
Scissors in Ohio for some reason.
Whenever Scissor says Bakersfield, I think of that song by Jerry Rafferty. Even though he's not saying Bakersfield, he's saying Baker Street. Way down in Baker Street.
Oh, Rain is in Indiana.
You
Oh,
open the door and you got mud in
Damn.
your
I knew somebody here was from Indiana.
And who's
I never
from
can
Ohio,
remember where
then?
everybody's from.
Where's
You guys
Shady
don't know-
Cake from?
You guys don't know who Jerry Rafferty is.
I've heard of him. I don't know. I'm bad at remembering.
If I heard his music, maybe.
How way down on Baker Street, you open the door, you got mud on your feet, another pretty face.
Oh, wait a minute. Cheesecake's Texas.
But if I mention the Eagles, you guys know who the Eagles are. So
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah.
I think you can go and talk to
recall.
most
Somebody lives
people
in
around the
Ohio.
world, and they know. Somebody lives in
You
Ohio.
can come up, Scissors.
only in Ohio.
What makes
It's in
Ohio
Grove.
different from every other state, Derek?
Nothing.
No, it's high in the middle and round on both ends.
Oh, nice. They got the Rock and Roll. They got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Ohio.
Derek, you didn't catch that at all, man.
No.
Okay. What's the first and last letter of Ohio?
O and Io.
There's not a letter called I-O. O is round. At each end of Ohio
At
is
each
round.
end.
And it's spelled O-H-I-O. So if you take off the O's, it says high. So it's high in the middle and round on
All
both
right,
ends.
Scissors.
Okay, I get you.
Somebody lives in Ohio.
And I live in Canada.
People from Ohio are crazy too. Ohio's from where my mother-in-law's at.
Well, we cannot forget WKRP in Cincinnati. So you guys,
That was a good show.
yeah, it was actually WKRP.
KRP in Cincinnati.
I like the
Anderson.
right scissors. Me too. Stanford and Son.
He always Red Fox always made me laugh.
Oh yeah, me too. Good times. What's happening? That's who you remind me of. Chad is rerun.
Sure, Derek. You remind me of Screech, Derek.
Thanks. You know he died, right?
I do know that, but his character didn't, dumbass.
Nope. Saved by the Bell. Oh my God.
That poor cow.
What?
This
That's
cow.
not nice. Never mind. I was gonna make a joke when you said that, but I would keep my mouth shut. I don't need you to get any chores in your chat there, Terry. So
Oh, they've probably already been here. They're probably here anyways, watching.
I was gonna say that's not nice to tell somebody who we all know.
I just put that cow in the chat.
I've always wanted to see. I've always wanted to go on a storm chasing adventure.
Poor thing. He's got 3 horns.
3 horrors.
Very
Horns.
strange again.
Oh.
He's part
Triple-
unicorn, part cow.
Triple the pleasure.
Derek,
What?
what are you gonna do
Yeah,
with
right.
a bullhorn?
Fucking mounted on my wall.
I got it set here. I have
You-
it set.
Chad was trying to be funny. That's what he was trying to do.
I was kind of asking you.
I
you're
know.
like,
He wants the horn. Well, the middle horn can go up your ass.
that's what it sounded like Derek wanted. Triple the pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I remember watching that Jackass show where they were running with the bulls. That's just like a woman. Not tonight. I got a headache. Just replying with Scissors Pug when Terry says, "You can come up, Scissors." Scissors goes, "Thank you, but not tonight." That's just like a woman. Not tonight. Got a headache.
Sure, you've heard that a lot, Derek.
No, not a lot.
You
A whole
know,
lot.
Derek.
Derek, you kind of remind me of Fez from that 70s show.
So what are you saying? I'm a Hindu? I'm Indian?
No, you're always talking about wanting to get laid and how you can get laid and everything else like that. But
I gotta blow my nose. I'll be back.
Sounds like a personal problem. Is Stoney going live tonight? You'll be okay, Chad. Really, you'll be okay.
It's about to be a lot better, man.
You got an itchy? The scissor says, I don't think so.
Oop, now I got jets flying over me.
No.
Y'all military or y'all just jets?
Don sitting in the doctor's office. I counted the jets that came into Erie Airport and leaving Erie Airport. I was counting them. My mom used to take us kids up there for like a field trip just to watch the planes take off and stuff come in.
I could usually live by where planes are at anyway.
Try living across from the fire station.
I've lived by right next to one of those too. They got the
took
police
some time to get
chopper
used
out.
to,
Oh
but-
shit! They got the police chopper out flying around NAS Jacks.
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, want a new month to start. More bills.
More pills?
Yeah.
What, pills or bills?
Pills too.
Uh,
Them fuckers are expensive too.
I can do without the fucking bills, though, man. I really can.
I'd really
Me
like to be
too.
able to do without the pills too, to be honest with you.
I don't. The only pills I take are Advil gel caps if I have a migraine. That's it. But I hear you with the pills.
Okay. You know what? Pills for me are like anything with red and blue flashing lights. I don't want to need their assistance.
Right?
So I don't ever want to have red and blue lights pulling up into my driveway for me or anybody else, because
I hear you.
not that I'm not glad they're there, but
Mhm.
I don't want them to have to be there. Just like I don't want pills.
I hear you.
I'm glad I can get them, but I don't want them to be there, or I don't want to have to take them.
Or I'll tell you right now. Sometimes when I wake up, my back hurts. Hang on a second. My back hurts, and from a lot of abuse I put my body through, and I can't even get perks due to my back because I'm flagged. I'm fucking flagged when I go to my clinic or my
It don't
doctor.
matter if you are or not here. You can't get them anyway unless you got freaking 10 ways of,
And
doctors
doctor,
saying you need them, because they're going to give you freaking ibuprofen before they give anything over and over again.
and doctors now, they don't. Back in the day, you could find a doctor. You just pay him, grease his palm with a few bucks, and he would. But nowadays, it's like holy
Yeah.
shit.
Back in the day, I didn't even need that. I just went to the fucking doctor. Oh, you got back pain? Here's
Hello,
30 days.
Spitfire.
Here's 3 times a day.
Thank
I
you for
hear you.
stopping in.
I hear you, Chad, but I'm just.
Hydrocodone 3 times a day. Xanax 3 times a day. Muscle relaxer 3 times a day.
I hear you.
I only take muscle relaxers 2 times a day.
But you can still get perks on the street, though.
I don't get anything. I don't like pills enough.
I hear you.
I'm not getting them off the street.
I hear you. Hey, Kay, welcome in.
Hello,
Kay.
Kay.
Fuck off, Spitfire.
Spitfire's here too.
But I can
I
do.
know, he's already talking shit to me.
But I can do without the fucking bills, man. I
I
swear.
see that.
I hate bills. The sooner when I get money, the bills come in, and the faster money goes out.
Okay, Derek. I need to get a refill on one of my epilepsy meds, and it cost me $450 to get a refill on it.
How much? You're kidding? It cost you that much over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Medication
hang
ain't
on.
cheap here.
I know it's not, but I'm just let me.
I've got another one that I need to refill real quick. I'm having to transfer it over to Walmart, so it'll cost me $140 instead of $250. That's another medication I have to take.
Is it raining where you're at, Spitfire? Cold rain. Okay.
It was misting here earlier, but I think it's just because our dew point got down to the temperature. Our temperature got down to the dew point, so it's like actually just misting, literally. It's not coming from the sky, it's just in the air tonight. I think it's cloudy too. No stars, no moon.
Yeah.
I bet it's warmer here though, Spitfire. Even though I got my gloves and everything else on.
Do what? Yeah, I already looked down there. Nothing down there.
Well, like I said, I feel bad for people that have epilepsy, and I'm glad I don't have it. However,
Like I said, I've got it. My wife's got it. My son's got it.
it's like Cheesecake said to me on a private messenger call a while back. She goes, Derek, you might want to check it out in case you do have it because of all the hits you took in the head playing football and street fights, you might have it. You don't even fucking know about it.
Well, you can have seizures without having to have epilepsy. In fact, if you look into it a lot, I bet you probably half to a quarter of the people that get testing done to see if they have epilepsy, they can't find that they have epilepsy anywhere. None of their tests show that they have epilepsy because they're not having seizures whenever they're getting tested.
Right.
So about half of mine have come back and said, oh, yeah, you've definitely got epilepsy. And half of them are like, we don't see any sign of it.
Because I would use my head as a punching bag quite a few times in my past. Not that I intended to.
Well, it doesn't have to be just caused by trauma either. So my wife just started having seizures in the shower whenever she was like 18.
Jeez.
So, and her seizures are completely different than mine, and mine are completely different than Austin's.
Right. Hey, Terry, that's a nice sweater. Okay. Nice talking to you. Grandma seizures? Yeah. Think about them split Spitfire's late brother-in-law had got those grandma seizures.
They're not called grandma seizures. They're called grand mal.
That's what I said.
Grand MAL. Yeah, I did too, Spitfire. Here, I think I still have my car wreck pulled up.
Terry, that's a nice sweater.
Thank you.
Did you
I
get
got
it for?
Christmas one year.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did you get it for Christmas this past year or
Yeah.
some years ago? Nice.
I like turtleneck shirts.
So do I. I mean, yeah, I haven't worn a turtleneck shirt in so long, but I do like them.
I don't.
I grew up with them.
I don't like shit around my neck like that.
My sister have to put him in a nursing home, and he died. Oh my God, Spitfire! I'm so sorry, my man. Wow.
Here, I'll share my YouTube or my Facebook tab and show you the car wreck I was in. I've showed people this before, but if you could share it there, Terry.
Who's got the vibrator going?
Not me. Yeah, that was the car wreck I was
It's a
in.
nebulizer.
That's the car wreck I was in.
Wow.
Spitfire.
Is that a 5-liter?
Yeah. And then you can see where they ripped the roof off of it and everything. Then there's two more Mustangs sitting in the back there.
You want to sell one?
And that was where they cut the roof off, and you could see my seat. I think that was all of them.
So they had to use the jaws of life, hey?
Yeah, they used the jaws of life to cut my door off, and to there was my son in the hospital whenever he had a seizure.
Oh, poor baby.
Him all wrapped up in the crap.
Oh, poor thing.
Then, if you want to see what it looks like when you really set somebody's ass on fire, that was where I burned my hand from setting my ass on fire. That was the heater where it used to sit. You can kind of tell where the chair's burnt.
Right.
That was my ass after it got set on fire.
It's
That
funny.
was the coveralls I was wearing when my ass got set on fire.
So you were kind of like, Butthead without Beavis, going in the hospital with your ass on fire.
No, I'd already put my ass out. My wife had to take me to the hospital.
Oh.
But it was actually the same kind of chair. I was wearing coveralls. It was cold. And y'all see me get up and walk around. There's my heater.
Right.
The heater was too close, and I was bent over like this, typing to somebody, and all of a sudden my ass spontaneously combusted. And I do mean all at once. That shit shot up. If I would have been on camera like this, I could see everybody laughing their ass off at it. Of course, afterwards, it was funny because it's like, dude, you just set your own ass on fire. How in the fuck do it's one of those things that, how in the fuck did you set your ass on fire?
Right.
And actually, one of my best friends actually died because he was having a grand mal seizure. His were scary.
Jeez.
And he actually had a heart attack while he was having it. So whenever he had scary, he would like go into the grand mal seizures, but first he'd start talking like demons were possessing him. And he'd want you to hold his hand, and he would break your hand. It was like never hold his hand because he'd want somebody there with him.
Right.
And he would nearly break your hand it was like, do not hold his hand if he says, hold my hand while having a seizure.
Now you got to elevate somebody's head so they don't swallow their tongue when they're having.
That's a myth. You're not going to swallow your tongue while having a seizure. You're supposed to put them on their side so they don't hurt themselves flopping
and move
around.
everything away from them. That would hurt
move
them.
everything away from them.
I was a first aid responder in a shop.
Oh, well, that's good. And in fact, actually, whenever I hurt my back from the sciatica, and I had one when I worked for Lockheed Martin, and I was working on like the second or third floor, they taped me. I've told this story before too, but they taped me to an office chair and took me down the elevator to get into the ambulance. And there was a nurse working there. It amazes me at how many people do not know jack shit about. Even when my wife had one, they said she had a pseudo seizure, which it was not a pseudo seizure. You know, just because you don't lose conscious doesn't mean you didn't have a seizure.
Right.
And the EMTs or the hospital didn't know jack shit about what was going on.
Wow.
You know what? I honestly would rather put up with a tweaker sitting with them in the emergency room than somebody having a seizure.
I mean, I've seen it a bunch.
Because I know how to handle a tweaker, especially if they get all, violent and shit. My dog had a grand mal seizure. It lasted 5 minutes. Oh my God, the scissors.
Wait till you see a baby have one.
Yeah, Chad, I don't want to. You know what? It breaks my heart when I see babies and kids go through health issues that they should never go through health issues.
Oh, would be nice, but
I know. In a perfect world, Chad, that would be nice. However, we don't live in a fucking perfect world. But I'm just saying, it breaks my heart when I see babies and kids go through health issues that we go through that they shouldn't fucking go through. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing, man. Is any kind of meds like that? Whenever you hear schizophrenic people or people with mental health problems, and they go off their meds, and you're like, why in the fuck would you go off your meds? It's one of those things. If it doesn't just fuck with your brain doing what it's supposed to do, it fucks with your brain in all kinds of ways.
I've had to put up with schizophrenic people.
Spitfire, my niece had neuroblastoma, so I know what you mean there too.
Yeah, that's another thing. Spitfire. When I see you guys remember that you guys remember the commercial for St. Jude? When I see those kids, man, and it just breaks my heart, man. But I know what you mean about schizophrenia.
I'm just saying, as far as the meds go, that's why a lot of people go off their meds. And I don't know that from talking to them so much, but just from knowing how those meds frick with your brain. So, I mean,
Terry, anytime I have a cigarette on your panel, I'll turn my camera off. Just so you don't get.
That wasn't monetized. That's the only reason why I was smoking on the camera.
Just so you don't get reported. You know what I mean?
I'm not monetized.
I know, but it's out of respect for you and your channel.
Is Stony supposed to go live tonight?
I don't know.
No clue. She just dropped off. Didn't come back.
Probably had things she had to take care of. You know, I'll tell you this. I do miss working security in my local hospital, especially on a Friday, Saturday night when it's wild. It was really exciting. I'll tell you that right now. You guys want to see how a hospital is? Go there on a Friday, Saturday night.
I've seen how hospitals are.
No, thank you.
Especially when there's a full moon. Fucking wild, man. Everybody comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Here, I'll share this. Whoops, that's the wrong picture. I'll share this picture too, Spitfire. That was my niece whenever they lived here, whenever she was having to go through all that shit.
Oh,
Aw,
poor thing.
She was like super good at that stuff too. So let's see. See, she was usually smiling.
Hey, Banshee, welcome in. Is she better now? Like, is she in remission, or did the cancer?
Oh yeah. See, that was whenever she just started
she's a
losing all her
chunky
hair.
little one.
Poor thing.
She's a
Oh.
chunky little one.
Oh, she was. Well, let's see. I don't want to show.
Right. Yeah.
everything.
Don't show too much. You don't want to get the fucking trolls out in force and fucking saying Chad showing his niece that was battling cancer.
Yeah, see, she was going in for the surgery for the line removal, and then no more lines.
I'm surprised I don't have cancer with the length of time in my life I've been smoking.
Yeah, last round of chemo, tumor removal. You can see her big scar where she had to have the tumors removed.
Hey, Banshee.
So,
Hi, Colleen.
I'm going to call you Colleen from now on. I've known you long enough.
I still call her Banshee. So,
Yeah, it's you got to earn the first name basis thing, Chad. It's sad when babies and kids have cancer. It really is.
It's sad when a kid has to die because they didn't have a chance.
that's what
to
I was
live.
going to say.
That too. But I wasn't going to say it. But yeah. Well, when I was born, I wasn't supposed to live through the night. The doctors gave me too much oxygen to survive. Oh, you watch that, Colleen, when J Mac and I and Chad were selling ourselves? Yeah. Fuck. Unbelievable. Hey, that was J Mac's idea, okay? And then me and Chad just said, oh, yeah, you want to pimp us out? We're going to pimp you out, bud.
Yeah, here you go. I'll share the picture of my niece from a year or so ago whenever she's still going to get her checkups and stuff, and you can kind of tell how happy little girl she is.
Brad, stop.
Oh.
Aw. She likes coloring, huh?
Oh yeah. So for a kid that, like I said, that's kind of a good thing that for her to go through it at that age, I guess, because then she won't remember a lot of it, you know.
Right.
Right. Donna, she's what's up with you.
She's a miracle.
Yeah.
Really, Spitfire? Was it boring? Oh, okay. Everybody saying
J
she's
Mac
so
at least
cute.
cut it off before when his meds started kicking in. I noticed.
Right?
He's like, "How do y'all know
Well,
I'm
he
on my
kind of had a
meds?"
blackout.
Uh-huh.
He had a blackout that one day.
Yeah, well, he got
Didn't
off
he?
last night before he had to black out. And it was like as soon as it was like J Mac's meds kicking in because he's like, I was like, J Mac, do you take your meds? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, how do y'all know? We can tell, buddy.
It's a long road when you're on your own. Da-da.
Oh my neck.
Oh yeah, it's Colleen. Yeah. We couldn't dip out on J Mac. That yeah.
You know, when you see J Mac, Derek's right there, right beside him.
And I had no idea J Mac thought the world of me, Terry. I had no idea. That really I don't know why I don't know why J Mac thinks the world of me. I mean, I'm nobody. You know
I'm
what I
trying
mean?
to figure it out yet.
Me too.
I'm really a nobody. I'm just me.
I can always hang in there with J Mac.
Me too. I mean,
Derek's just an easier target a lot of times. Derek says stuff and it's kind of like, don't say it, Chad. Don't say it, Chad. Don't say it, Chad. And then somebody like Spitfire will say something. Or Scissors. Or J Mac.
Yeah,
yeah, but you know what? I got bodyguards, so
cheesecake.
Or Cheesecake.
You got bodyguards? Who's that?
Banshee, Scissors.
Oh, that's right, Colleen.
Yep. Well, thank you, Colleen.
You're cool, Derek. That's why I stick up for you.
Yeah, but I'm just me. I'm a nobody, really. I'm just
We all stick
someone
up for him, but he puts his foot in the mouth too many times.
And you've never put your foot in your mouth a few times?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
do it a lot more.
Well, I have a disease that's repetitive. It's called foot and mouth disease. I haven't figured out how to cure
I
you.
know.
Cure you.
There's no cure for it.
Right?
I don't need bodyguards.
I don't need it, but I have one. I won't mention
It
his
actually
name.
feels good. It actually feels good to have you guys watching out for me here and there because my whole life I've been watching out for other people. So I've been the protector and the shoulder to cry on and the ear to listen to when people were struggling.
I get that a lot too, Derek.
It gets a little, Chad, even though I don't mind it, it gets a little fucking tiring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then I'm sitting at home going, now who the fuck do I have
Yep,
to fuck?
it is. I gotta go. I'll be right
Because,
back.
because then I'm sitting at home going, who the hell do I have to frickin' vent to now? Everybody vents to me. Yeah, Colleen, that's my heartbeat.
What? Cold as steel?
What? Oh shit. Oh God.
I got to make my to-do list now. What else do I need to do tomorrow? That's not the new Spitfire. Of course, I hadn't been getting any action lately either.
No, my ghost cat just ran in front of me.
Yeah, it's still the 29th.
Yeah, for another hour and a half.
Yeah, for where I live, it's an hour and a half. Well, all three of us live in the same time zone, so
Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Spitfire, you really
Yeah,
do.
you do.
Spitfire started talking shit to me, so I started talking shit back, or vice versa. Kind of like Parasolo.
Mm-hmm.
But
2.5 hours for Spitfire.
as long as Spitfire doesn't get offended, I don't get offended talking shit. So.
Yeah, it's legal.
Otherwise, I would have left all of you all already.
We're the cool bunch.
You're quiet most of the time, though, Terry.
Sometimes you can't get any words in.
Oh.
Hello, poison control.
Got my order ready.
I just drank unsweet tea.
Spitfire is the coolest dude.
Who says, Ben? Who says,
What's wrong with
Colin?
Chad? What's wrong with Derek?
Right? Like, jeez.
I think she's leaving you, Derek, and going to Spitfire's side.
Yeah, that's fine. Wouldn't be the first time.
They said go live. I go live. But nobody's really here except for you two and Colleen, Spitfire, Rain, Scissors.
What the fuck?
What?
No, I was just looking at this price tag for a 2023 F-150 Lightning. Okay, well,
Yeah.
if you don't know, those are electric vehicles, right?
Right.
Or electric trucks. So, one of the
Who in the
theft
hell would want an
devices.
electric truck?
Don't ask me. I damn sure wouldn't. But one of the theft devices on it for $500 is a catalytic converter theft protection device. Okay. Electric vehicles don't have
Okay.
catalytic converters.
No, they don't.
So you're having to pay a fee for a theft protection device on something that's not really there.
Right. Yeah, you're allowed, Colleen. Oh, Spitfire. Just wait your turn. I'll get you up here and we'll roast you. We already roasted Derek 2 days
I
in a
don't know
row.
what else how to roast Spitfire, really. I hardly ever see him. Unless somebody posts show that he's on or something.
Right.
Doesn't he go on
He
Lori's
gets
show
on
or something?
panel once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I just ordered some books off of Amazon.
Some Dr. Seuss books.
No.
True, Spitfire, true.
I'm addicted to Amazon.
Yeah, they are slow calling. Yeah,
Um,
the electric ones are slow.
no, I won't say that.
Forklift.
Oh, forklifts. I won't say
Yeah,
they're
electric
slow.
electric ones are slow.
I won't say electric vehicles are slow because they're not slow. They just have a lot of speed and not that much torque and stuff like that. So, like, I know this one show this one review they showed of it. And I think it was even that F-150 they were showing, and it's supposed to be able to go 3,000 miles without charging.
Right.
Well, that's with an empty load and going the speed limit the whole time, maybe, because this one guy was going and he was having to stop and going from with a trailer from all of I-10 pretty much. So from California to Florida, and he had to stop and charge it every 1,000 miles. And that was if they had a charging station, and it would take 4 or 5 hours to charge it at a charging station. So, and then they also have a lot of other problems with them too. But
yeah, I'm from the old school with the old forklifts. I even have my forklift certificate. Chad, you're mute. You're a foot.
yes, I know. I was listening to Kay's message. She was saying she liked the Cat in the Hat books, just like me. So,
And the books I ordered from Amazon Spitfire.
oh no, okay. Maybe she was saying that you bought Cat. That's what she was saying. Actually, I said that too. Asked Derek if he was buying Cat in the Hat books. Or
No.
I said Dr. Seuss.
Do you guys
Kay said
remember that? Do
No,
you guys remember
the
the Dick and Jane books?
yep.
The what?
Dick and Jane.
I don't remember those. Are they kids' books?
Well, they had them in schools.
I'd never seen them, so we had
They were
Shel
like a reading
Silverstein.
book for us when I was going to school.
We had Shel Silverstein,
At Dick and Jane. I got
and
one.
Hardy Boys.
Colleen said she's not buying an electric car.
I wouldn't buy an electric car. They better get a hell of a lot more efficient. Here's the other thing about electric cars.
They'd be
Same
too-
thing. Same thing with
be-
alcohol.
Hey Willa.
Hello, Willa.
Hey, Willa.
Hey Willa.
We were just talking about Derek's sex life. Nancy Drew. Okay, Spitfire. That was the men's, or that was the women's girls version of the Hardy Boys. So yeah. Problem that you would mainly have with electric cars, at least here in the U.S., is one, places like California and New York are pushing them so hard, but they can't even keep the damn power on half the time anyway during high demands. So they're saying, don't charge your electric cars. So we wouldn't even have even if everybody went electric, we wouldn't have the power grid to keep it up anyway. So
What sex life?
no, we weren't really talking about Derek's sex life. So. I didn't read any of the Nancy Drew books, Spitfire.
No, neither did I. My mom's always, every Christmas, she would buy me these love story books. I didn't even read one of them. Every Christmas
Really?
when I was a kid, she'd buy me those.
I believe that. I
They
keep
just
trying
sat in
to.
a box.
We've got huge closets in my house, and I keep on trying to get my wife. I told my wife, let's go in there and clean out the closet. And my wife's one of those that's like, no, I'll do
Come
it.
on, Red.
So I've gone in
Hold the
there and
fork
like tried
down.
3 times to clean out that damn closet. And I know there's got to be like 20 full boxes
Where
of
we going?
books like that in there that she needs to give away or sell by the box or something.
My reading books when I was a kid was military strategy and military history and stuff like that.
Well, it should have been learning how to talk to people, dude.
I know how to talk to people.
You do. I could say something, but I'm not.
Hey, have you ever spoken in front of, you know what, Chad? I've spoken in front of hundreds of people in auditoriums.
Okay, dude.
I know how to
You
fucking
don't have
talk.
to tell me all that, man. That's good for you.
I know how to talk to people.
Hello, Willa.
The hell you bitching about now, Derek?
Oh, Chad's just saying I know how to.
Lacey.
Chad's just saying I don't know how to talk to people, and I'd like to see him talk in front of hundreds of people.
Dude, I've done that. I don't care.
So say what you want to say. Say it.
Why in the, if I was worried about talking in front of people, would I be up here all the time?
It goes the same for me. So say what you
Okay,
want.
but I can talk to people very well one-on-one as well.
So can I.
Then why did you always talk about how many times you gotten into fights?
Because we were talking about epilepsy and all that stuff, and I'm like, I should go get checked and make sure I don't have epilepsy.
Oh, you're missing my point, Derek, but okay. You'll just get mad if I talk more like that. So.
Yeah, I read those too.
Archie comics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, military history, strategy.
Batman and Robin.
Oh Lord, Batman and Robin.
You got the guinea pig out?
Yeah, it's my baby. I got the other ones. Other ones are all over there.
Yeah, I had mine out the other day.
We moved them downstairs because it's just easier because I moved my computer downstairs, so that's where I'm at. My downstairs. My living room / dining room.
Nice.
See, and it's quicker because my kitchen's just right there. So it makes it easier. Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
Hey, Lady C, welcome.
Oh, my back.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Chad. I don't have to say shit like that. I know what you mean.
Kind of like when I say something like that, man, you've always got to tell me part of your resume.
Because I feel the need to validate myself to people.
Okay.
No one needs to validate themselves to anyone.
The Boxcar Charter. Never heard that book.
Never heard of that one.
I've heard of that one.
I never. Is it a good book?
Hell, I don't remember, man. I was back in school.
Nah, the best book back in school to have read was How to Kill a Mockingbird.
Yep,
You keep dropping
I never
out.
read that one.
that's a good book. It's yeah.
I didn't never like
What is that one?
You can't read that book in the schools no more.
Yeah,
No.
they took it out.
Again, that goes back to cancel culture.
That was the best book because we read the book, then we watched the movie, and then we took the test on it. So I always get the answers right on that one.
The best book I ever read when I was in school was The Outsiders.
And
I remember that one too. Women read more. Women
Yeah.
usually read more than men, though.
I don't even know. I don't even know if schools have a library anymore. Like when we went to school.
Really, Derek.
man, we had
Derek, they have libraries yet.
Yeah.
I spent most of my time in the school library when I was a kid, or my neighborhood library.
I go to our library, so I need a copy of something.
Look at their cute little face.
I got a scanner and a printer, so.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
had them too.
Oh, it's the pellet dropper.
It's my baby. Look how big he's
That's
getting.
my
wow.
baby.
That would be an interesting book.
3 months old now.
Oh,
Aw.
Yeah. Mwah.
Yeah, I've read that book before, Spitfire. I really couldn't remember it that much, but I couldn't have told you what it was about or anything.
I know you want to go back in your cage.
Exactly, Colleen. That's how I am when I'm reading
Watch
something.
this, Terry.
Yeah.
not me. I
Back to your
And
cage.
then whenever I got into doing like college work and IT and stuff when I was like 30, as if it wasn't bad enough. And then I had to start taking like tests for certifications and IT and stuff. And it wasn't, and even if it was multiple choice, it'd be kind of like, well, that makes sense. Well, that makes sense too. Well, that makes sense too.
Good boy.
I actually did better in,
Well, hello, Knight Rider.
I actually did better in college. I did better in fictional writing than I did in non-fictional writing. Even
yeah,
though it
you know why? Because you can use your imagination when it
Yeah,
comes,
and see, that's one of those things that it also comes with talking to people.
right?
Because like having good comebacks with talking to people and reading the room when you're talking to people, you have to use the same kind of thing with using your imagination as you do with actually presenting facts, especially if people are asking questions in the audience.
Right.
And
Oh,
you have to learn
wow.
how to convince people of stuff without getting aggravated with them.
Yeah.
That'd be great to
And
meet
it-
some actors.
Really? All the actors came to your school? We had like,
Yeah, from The Outsider.
okay, cool. We didn't have, there was nobody popular that lived
Yeah.
around where I lived. So we
You
had like,
Movie Tiger Warsaw with Patrick Swayze.
No.
no,
Nobody knows.
Nope.
How does not anybody know that movie? It was back in it was made back in the 90s, and it was part of it was made in my hometown. And the guy that I was dating,
Never
it was
heard of it.
9th grade, 10th grade I was in. He was there was an old school that they were using for production. And the guy that I was dating at the time in high school, him and his brother and sisters actually got to meet Patrick Swayze. Can't believe you guys don't remember that movie.
a lot of the movies that were made from where I grew up at, I probably didn't want to meet the people who were from there. So
Oh wait, 1988 it was made. I'm sorry.
yeah, Knight Rider, we
Yeah.
had stuff like military stuff coming to visit us and firefighters, police, and not bad. Like we had a freaking Chinook land out in our football field to come and see everybody from Fort Hood or Fort, whatever it's called now. So it'd be like showing off the military stuff by showing up to high schools.
That's something that I was always interested in when I was a kid. And in high school was like military stuff.
Red Dawn, that was a badass movie too.
Yeah,
It was.
I got both
I didn't-
versions.
I didn't like the remake.
I don't like the remake of anything.
Me neither.
All
Man.
remakes suck. If y'all really,
Some remakes that are pretty good. Come on, you gotta admit.
no,
there's
I
remakes.
disagree.
I have to agree
Name a
with you.
remake that's good. Will. Name a remake that's good, Willa.
I have to agree with Chad. I mean, I haven't even seen the new Exorcist yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah, Banshee. That's kind of how I was whenever I started getting stoned. Is it wasn't like I'd go out and I wouldn't even watch any movies, and then that many movies, and then it got to where I started getting older, and older as in my 20s, and it was all video
love the
games and
movie.
shit like that. And then in my 30s, I started watching all like technical shit or documentary shit, like about planes crashing or about computers or.
Do you guys remember the movie Presumed Innocent with Harrison Ford?
Wasn't my type of movie.
I remember the
Nope.
movie, but I didn't watch it.
Nope.
I really don't watch that many
Mine
movies
either.
anymore, dude.
Well, this was a movie that was
Roadhouse was my type of movie.
Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, Roadhouse was a good movie.
Well, Presumed Innocent came out in the 90s, and half that movie was filmed in my city.
Charlie's dude.
Ivan Woodman.
Let me think of it. I had that movie right on the tip of my
They're
tongue.
making The Crow.
I liked Crow movies. Those were really good. Some remakes are good. Don't ask me which ones because I haven't seen a whole. It's been a while since I've seen a lot of movies. I'm more into like the tornado movies,
Mm-hmm.
Sharknado, Twister.
Yeah.
Twister I've got on VHS and I
Hurricane.
watched Twister
You know
so
what?
many damn times it's not even funny.
You know what? Watch what so many times?
Twister.
I have it
okay,
on
well,
VHS.
I'm sure you already know, but they're coming out with Twisters now.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So some of that stuff, Twister is probably one of the only tornado movies that I watch because that is
Yeah,
the only
Colleen,
movie
it was.
that's like halfway right about tornadoes, first of all. But like Sharknado and them, that's okay.
Sharknado
Yeah.
is freaking hilarious. Come on. Sharknado was hilarious.
That's
I
happened
didn't
in
watch
Florida.
it.
Not Sharknado, but that's actually happened where tornadoes of water spouts have hit in Florida and caused
Not
sharks to rain down on or fish, period. We get a lot of water spouts.
Now, I have that whole bookshelf over there full of movies.
Really?
Okay? That white one? The two bottom shelves are mine, and the other ones are the kids'. But I've got all the Harry Potter movies. I've got the Avatar. I think it's the Avatar. I've got Legend, Avatar. I've got that movie. I've got Hobbit.
I don't watch. I liked Avatar, but yeah, Knight Rider's coming out next. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. I don't know if I want to watch Ghostbusters 4 either.
Me
That
neither.
freaking Afterlife or whatever it was.
I've got all of them. I've got Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Ghostbusters with the females. Once Ghostbusters 4, this new one comes out on DVD, I'm owning it.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna watch Ghostbusters 4. The last one, Ghostbusters Afterlife, kind of made me cry because
Yeah.
it was sad to see them all together, even though it was just like
Ramus was gone. They did a damn good job making it.
That one was better than the one with the women on it because
Yeah.
I mean, once again, it's time when you try to get. Oh,
Me too,
all the
Colleen.
Ghostbusters are men. We need to change that. But I watched more like Twister. I love that movie.
Oh my god.
Apollo 13.
I'm
freaking-
surprised my Twister on VHS has not gone because
At that time, I was to where I could, when you could like download shit off the internet, like the more advanced. That's one of the movies I'd download then, and then I could just watch it. But Apollo 13 was probably one of my favorite movies. And of course, that led me down a whole nother thing about learning about the space program and well, not like I already didn't, but there was more shit available after that. And then like Saving Private Ryan. I liked a lot of Tom Hanks movies, even though I'm not a big fan of Tom Hanks anymore. But Band of Brothers. I like Dazed and Confused.
My favorite movie is Hamburger Hill.
And then
what is?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse
That's
me.
a
I
good
gotta take-
movie.
What is it?
It's
Hamburger Hell?
No, Hamburger Hill.
Hamburger Hill.
Oh, I thought he said
Hill.
hell.
H-L-L.
Oh, I can fix my hiccups.
It's a movie based around the 101st Airborne in Vietnam.
Keep it. Titanic was a good movie.
Yeah.
I like Titanic, but it was too long.
It was too long.
you
It was a
ever-
good movie. It just
Did you ever
too
see
long.
Titanic 666?
No.
No.
That's a good one.
No, but if it's a real movie, I'll find it and watch it.
And I don't like a lot of
And
paranormal
Titanic
movies
2.
either.
Yeah, they are
Sure.
real movies.
13 Ghosts was a great movie.
13 Ghosts was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good Oh, Shawshank
That's
Redemption
right,
would
Knight
be
Rider.
another one.
Yes,
The Green
that
Mile.
was a good one.
Yeah, I got that. Green Mile.
You know what's a
Rose
great
Red.
You know what's a great movie? Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood.
I didn't ever watch that movie either. The closest I come to that movie would probably be The Rock with
Yeah,
Freaking-
it's on Tubi.
I'm
Yeah,
a-
I've seen it.
I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan, Chad. I love Clint Eastwood.
okay. And then once
Titanic-
again, when it comes to shit like that,
2.
I go down a rabbit hole with shit like that. So I like watching about a lot of not true stories from people that were there, but like true stories about like prisons and shit.
Right.
Like I know one of the haunted ones is Eastern State Penitentiary, and if you really look at the history of that without even any of the paranormal shit, you can see why.
Oh, yeah.
About 2 hours from there.
And then now these prisons like that are like still in the city. So because it used to be out in the middle of nowhere, now the cities have grown so big they're like surrounded by cities. And
Oh no, Knight Rider.
Oh, Knight Rider is talking about Full Metal Jacket.
Sounds.
It's a movie.
Oh,
It's a movie.
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys have seen Full Metal Jacket, I'm sure.
Now, from what I heard, the new Twisters
I have.
movie, I've heard 2 versions. One, it's not supposed to be a sequel to Twister. And 2, it's supposed to be a sequel to Twister. So I have no clue because Helen Hunt was supposed to be in the Twisters movie. And now she's not. I don't know if it's 2 separate movies, but the Twisters movie is not supposed to be a sequel to the Twister movie.
Then why in the fuck do you call it Twisters like it is?
Right?
Fuck if I know. Now, you know the movie Supercell.
Is it Twisters or Twister?
Yeah, it's
Twisters.
Twisters. Like
Okay.
plural. The first one was Twister. Twisters is supposed to be like multiple.
Now,
Or
they
whatever.
did a movie called Supercell. There's
I'm
a movie
sure I
called
have.
Supercell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seen it.
now Supercell, some of the scenes from it were taken from a camera on front of a actual Storm Chaser's vehicle that works for Channel 9 News in Oklahoma. So the scenes are from actual Oklahoma storms and tornadoes.
Wow.
Okay. I have to say this again. Y'all kill me at how all y'all Yankees are thinking about tornadoes.
I've seen so many funnel clouds, and I don't know if it was an actual tornado or not. I have since I was 7 years old with the May 1985 tornado outbreak, 41 tornadoes from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and into New York because one hit in a town right next to mine. Since I've been 7 years old, I've always wanted to be a storm chaser. Not just any storm chaser, tornado storm chaser.
You know, they said that the number of people who wanted to be storm chasers like went up like 5,000% after Twister come out.
Oh, this was way before Twister. I was witnessing Twister, okay? I mean, when you happen to be finishing a garage for your grandpa, or helping
Tony.
finish a garage for your
I've
grandpa,
lived in Texas and Florida. Trust me, there's a lot of tornadoes. A lot of supercells, I guess you
Hello,
could say.
Tony.
well, I mean, look what happened just past Tuesday. Michigan, Indiana, Illinois,
I get
Ohio.
that. I get what you're saying there, but I mean,
I don't actually go out and chase them, but I'm an enthusiast. I'll call myself an enthusiast. I'm not a storm chaser. I'll just watch these storm chasers live doing this
I would
shit.
go out and do it, but I get tons of video from just my front porch. I used to get, when I lived at one of my, or a couple of my old houses, I used to get freaking wonderful video of the storms coming through. But a lot of the major storms that we would have weren't even tornadic, or they would become tornadic depending on what they do. But we had freaking huge ass thunderstorms brew up here at like 3 to 5 o'clock every day with a shitload of lightning, pretty much every day. Okay, hold on a second. What do y'all do if you're under a tornado watch? Are you worried about tornadoes if you're under a tornado watch?
I'm looking for him.
Mountain. I'm surrounded by mountains. If one's gonna hit, it's gonna go across any top of these mountains. I'm not gonna get hit with a tornado. I'm in a safe, very safe area. Because as far as I've known, and people have told me this that have lived here for many years, there's never been a tornado that's hit here.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times too. But anyway.
The next county over, they've gotten hit. Another county over, they've gotten hit because they don't have as many mountains as we got around here. And you can get hit in the valley. If you go down in the valley, which there's a few valleys around here, that's mainly where the tornadoes hit at. If we get a tornado around here, it's going to go right across the mountaintop, and you can sit outside and watch it go across if it does. But I think the only worst thing that we've ever got was straight line winds, and I actually took my kids to the basement because it was that bad. Our power kept going in and out, and I was actually on somebody's live stream when it happened. Power kept going off and on, and it was during the day. My wooden fence outside got half ripped off, and it was still attached to my banister, but it was all the way over and halfway through my yard, still attached to the house. And then we actually did get our power back on. It didn't stay off very long. But it felt like a tornado, and I've seen plenty of videos with tornadoes that have gone through. I mean, it would have been like a small one, but it wasn't a tornado. It was bad straight line winds from a thunderstorm.
Yeah, Tony, I've been seeing that. It's been pretty crazy, but yeah, Banshee, that happens here a lot of times too, especially if we need rain. But I was working on a roof at a place right by the river in Jacksonville, and the storm was getting bad. I was doing AC work, so I was trying to get the shit fixed before the storm hit, and then it started hitting. I looked out, and there's a freaking water spout probably about a mile away from me, and I was like, let me get off this roof. Then went and sat in my van. I didn't even have time to take my ladder down, and I really didn't want to take it down with lightning everywhere, and the freaking lightning struck my damn ladder.
Well,
My
I
ladder-
mean,
my
look where
ladder's
you're
missed
at,
after that.
Florida. You're around freaking water. You guys get like hurricanes.
That's what I'm saying is I've been around tornadoes and storms and everything. So I mean, a lot of the stuff that everybody freaks out about, and I can even tell from the police scanner and even the news and shit, because y'all go live up there if you're under tornado watches and shit like that, and they don't even get acknowledged here. Like I bet you anything, we've got flood warnings and everything else right now.
Actually, when you guys get hurricanes like Reed Timmer and Reed Timmer,
Man, I'm talking about I'm talking about there when y'all's news. All
when
over
they-
the country, I follow all over the world. Now, we got flood warnings and riptide current warnings for 6 different counties
Wow.
here.
Tony, you stay safe. I know we had a
Yeah,
windstorm
Tony's
here
in the
and
area.
it knocked the branch down on my shed.
we lost power for 5 minutes last night because we had really bad winds after the storms came through here and the rain and shit because the cold front was coming through.
Yeah,
And we got winds here. The power went out, and I'm
Yeah, we got
in the middle
the cold
doing
front.
the cages, and the power goes out. So I got holding camera phones or the cell phones with flashlights on them, so we could get these animals cleaned out. And came off 5 minutes after it went out, and I was like,
that's
"Oh,
actually the
God."
worst part about hurricanes is the power going out.
The Tuesday that we got up to 6 inches of snow here, which was about 2-3 weeks ago,
All right, Tony.
we were without power for over 12 hours, but 7 hours straight because we woke up before I would think I got up at 7:45 in the morning. My daughter goes, "We have no power, Mom." Okay.
That's good for a hurricane.
It came back on around 10 o'clock. Went back out at 11, came back on about 11:30. Was on until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it was out till 9 o'clock that night. And it was
Yeah,
not
I followed John, the
under
storm
40
station
degrees
guy.
here.
Our power usually goes out for 3 to 14 days when a hurricane hits. But instead of having those cold temperatures where you freeze to death, ours are more like after a hurricane comes through the next day, the skies are blue usually
Yeah.
with full sunlight, and it's 95 degrees with no power. And everybody here in Florida, pretty much, if you don't live inside the city, you have well water. So that means you have no water and no power and half the time all the cell phone towers go out too with that loss of power because their generators aren't made to run for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So then you lose cell service too. So, and the roads might be flooded too, so you can't go anywhere. And even if you could, none of the gas stations or anybody else has any power anyway. So
My daughter, the one that doesn't live with me, one of the 2 older ones that don't live with me, she lives up on the other side of Pennsylvania. She went to Florida. When Florida got was supposed to get, it wasn't a hurricane. It was supposed to be like a tropical storm or something. You
those
guys
ain't
were
good.
getting, it's that last one that you guys got last year. She was in Sarasota, Florida. And the day before, I found out you guys were getting that weather, and you guys are supposed to get floods, winds.
if you watch, that's why you go to local news stations to see what they say about it instead of the Weather Channel, because a lot of the weather places, even that one that in California that Stoney likes to post, they dramatize it a lot. So like the Weather Channel, they love to dramatize the weather. And I can't stand watching the Weather Channel anymore because they're like up to 18 inches of rain. And it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
over the next 3 days. Well, that isn't normal here. It will cause flooding here. But I mean, on a normal day, we might get 3 or 4 inches of rain.
Hello, everybody.
Well, that's why I watch like Reed Timmer, Vince Welty,
See, those are good too.
Brandon Kopic, because they actually go out
Yeah,
there.
I love Reed Trimmer. But Reed Trimmer also, he doesn't dramatize stuff, but he is going into the middle of the storm.
Yeah, he's got the DOMs going this
Yeah,
year.
I love Reed Trimmer, but he does make money off not dramatizing it so much, but he didn't become so popular just sitting there being monotone, being like, here we are in the middle of the storm. And it might be pouring down freaking rain or something. You don't see shit flying everywhere, like, okay, I'm in the middle of a tropical storm. In fact, Reed Trimmer most of the time won't even come in for tropical storms and stuff, because the worst thing with
Hi, Nerd Pop.
the wind isn't that bad during tropical storms for the most part. It's if they stall over you in the rain. Or tropical storms will go zooming around and do loops and come back and, everything else. I mean, we had one that dropped like freaking 18 inches of rain on us, but the winds were only 30, 40 miles per hour.
Now, I've noticed with him, because I watched his Tornado Chasers, and I watched him when he was with Sean Casey and Storm Chasers. I've been watching Reed Timmer for about 5 years now. He's actually the reason why I started actually watching these Storm Chasers live, because he's the first. No, actually, I think it was News 9, Val and Amy Castor in Oklahoma. After the tornado of 2013 in Oklahoma, where they had the 20th, they had the tornado go through Morton, and the one on the 30th go through El Reno. Well, I have a friend in Moore, Oklahoma. She was letting us know May 20th of 2013 that.
Oh, hi, nerd. I meant to say hi to you.
The tornado was coming towards her.
Yeah.
And she had explained to us about the 99 one. And I just kept messaging her, making sure that they're in their shelter, they're fine, they're okay. Because she's actually friends with Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson. So that's how I know her. And I've actually talked to some of them, but that's besides the point. So she didn't answer me when I said, "Are you guys okay?" Because I was watching it through their news channel. And she goes, I think it was like a couple hours later, and she finally got cell service, and she messaged me or put a post up saying that they were fine. She actually was driving through. It hit 3 blocks away from her block.
Yeah, I mean,
the neighborhood.
It's kind of like the movie Twister. And it's like they saved the house.
Watching it out back,
but I mean, Moore
from her house.
Moore's another story on that too, because Moore gets hit a lot. So I can understand why, if you live in Moore, you would be a little bit more cautious. But most of these places that get hit, first off, like even. I don't know really how to explain it, but they make too much drama out of tornadoes a lot of times, and people pay. And that's even so. I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, the other night, because I like that guy, because he'll have
I watch it too,
going along too. And he was saying, somebody was talking in the comments when he was on late the other night, whenever they were hitting Ohio and freaking Pennsylvania and stuff, and people were getting all freaked out about shit. And he was like, "Hey, I'm not on here to freak y'all out about it. Y'all don't need to. If you freak out during a tornado, that's when you end up getting killed, by the tornado." And, because people be like, and I've seen it 100 times, where people will be like, "We're under tornado watch," and they'll be in their freaking bathtubs and shit. And then another thing is now tornado warnings are used to, whenever I was a kid, we were always under tornado watches during storm season. And this was in Waco, Texas. Always under tornado watches. Always. Pretty much every day. But it wasn't a warning. It didn't turn it, because I didn't ever see tornado warnings back then. And you would see tornado warnings. Well, that meant that there was a confirmed tornado on the ground, and somebody saw it. Somebody with the news media, somebody reliable saw the tornado.
Yeah. Storm.
Now they do them radar indicated. So that's one of those things when it's like, if you see a stat and it's like, a lot of them do it off of climate change type of stuff. And it'll be like, well, we've had a 10,000 increase in tornado warnings in the last 20 years. Well, that's because they rate them different now, or they rate when they call a tornado warning, because we have a lot better fucking radars now than we did in the 80s and 90s.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you can tell
if we had back in 85 with that
Right.
tornado outbreak, if we had now what we had back then, that would have probably saved a lot more lives than
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
Right.
because you can tell rotation of the storm, you can tell,
Yep. And
if
then
you,
you got spotters out there with these news stations, and you got storm chasers that are,
well, see,
our
that's it.
meteorologists that go out there that actually can say, okay, well, they're saying this is where the tornado or the tornadic rotation is.
Okay, here's something I'd want people to do whenever they talk about that, or whenever I'm talking about that. Go and look up any kind of New York, Texas, or Dallas, or anything else. Go look up any news broadcast that they're rebroadcasting, because they are out there on YouTube, and they'll be putting off the weather from a screen they're reading that's like an old, green and black screen of the weather that's smaller than your laptop screen. And that's what and everything they have to it's actually got even slide in temperatures for the highs and the lows predicted,
Mhm.
So, it's really amazing at how much the weather, and even that, like, I've heard too from the movie Twister. The movie Twister actually caused millions of donations to go into weather after that movie came out, and it made such a big deal about tornadoes that it actually caused a lot of extra research money coming in to do tornadoes and stuff. And the only time I've ever seen them convoys of people like on Twister is universities and colleges and shit.
No, I was watching one of the many live storm chasers that I watch, and the storm chaser, there was a couple of them. They ride together, like Vince Welty, Brandon Kopic, Gory Gherkin. They were actually in an area together, and they were actually spotting this tornado that was going through, and it went through a town that the sirens did not even go through. It was like right on the outskirts of the town. Thank God all they got was the RFDs from it. But that's the thing. Some of these towns, like the small towns, like we don't have
anything like, I don't even think we have
tornado sirens here. We only have our Hosey sirens. Hosey's our fire department's cool region. We call things
Okay. Here's another thing about the tornado sirens, though. Most siren systems were not set up for weather.
Mm-mm.
Places with tornado sirens were not set up with weather warnings in mind. They were set up with bomb raids in mind.
Yeah.
Another thing is pretty much everybody has a cell phone now. Everybody has a cell phone now.
Hello, George.
Hey, George.
Hey, George.
Hi, George.
So
Okay, George.
your cell phone going off is going to help a lot more than
Get some sleep.
tornado sirens. So they're instead of in tornado sirens, there's investing money into cell phones. And I don't know if y'all have ever been around when at least in Florida, when a tornado happens, everybody's phone's going off at the same time. Just like if there's a Amber Alert or any kind of like shit like that alert, your fucking phone's going off. I mean,
Mm.
And
phone, television, everything.
if you
Are
want,
you still here, Derek?
Yeah, I'm still here.
if you want a nice
Okay.
app on your phone, that's the app. Well, you can't really see it too well, but it's only $10, and it has cameras of different places. It's called Radar Omega, and I'll tell you what, I would swear by this because even some of the storm chasers that I watch, you can watch them on this.
I use their competitor, Radar Scope.
See, I heard that's a good one too.
It's a good one too, but it's about the same price. So yeah, I use their competitor, and I've got it on my computer and
Yeah, see,
everything.
like I could click on something that'll show the weather around it. That's what the little gray things are, and then you got like see, this is, I'm not sure what state this is, but this is, it says Dawson Middle School. You can actually, that's the sky that's near that place.
I look that up on my computer most of the time.
And then you got like one here by Memphis. Let's see. Lauderdale County. You can see. Pretty cloudy. And they're all live cameras. And I paid for this because, Ryan Holly Hall uses it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get it. And it'll tell you, like if the data is older than 30 minutes, and it's probably because the tower is offline, that's what the red mark is. Like, let's see if I can get it here.
Well, I got you. I've heard a lot about that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Some of the radars they've been updating, and some of them, you get into a radar hole. That's the worst thing for a storm chaser when they're out storm chasing, is the radar holes, because then you can't tell that area that it's supposed to be for the radar. You can't, if that radar is out, you can't tell anything around there. You have to go to a different one, which may not exactly.
Oh no, I know exactly what you mean. The one in freaking New Orleans has been down for like 3 months, which is kind of crazy that you got fucking storms coming through and your damn radar's still down.
And that's Dixie Alley right there.
Well, I know we got freaking radars. If you look at how many stations we have around Florida compared to even up there where y'all are at, it is crazy at how many radars because Florida gets a lot of money for weather research, period.
Mm-hmm.
Altogether. Because, I mean, obviously we get hit by a shitload of hurricanes. We get hit by thunderstorms every day. We get hit by tons and tons and tons of lightning. I know we're the lightning capital of the United States, but I think we got bumped off for lightning capital of the world. We were talking about tropical storms, Will. I actually did a podcast in the middle of a tropical storm.
Oh, that's cool.
I've seen some twisters here in Canada, but the majority of our storms are on the Great Lakes.
Hey, Terry.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when it does that. That's my great niece.
Aw.
She just turned a month old yesterday.
Hold on a minute. I gotta find it.
She's a big baby.
She looks like she's almost as big as you, Willa. Well, here you have to look at Willow.
She gotta be like her mama. Her mama's tall. I have to. Her
Willow's
mama's
really
all legs, and I have to look up at my niece, and I'm 5'5". My niece is 5'11".
Well, she's not only short, she's really skinny too. Like Willow might be anorexic. I
I'm
don't know.
not that damn skinny. God, I am not that skinny.
Yeah, you
There,
are.
see? She says she's not that skinny.
I'm
Turn around to
100,
your side again.
that's
There you
not
go.
skinny. 100 pounds is not skinny.
How much?
100. Maybe 106. I'm amounts between 100 and 106, but that's because I have a high metabolism, so I can't keep my weight up. I have a bad high metabolism.
The only thing you see here is titty twisters, Knight Rider. Who's who? Banshee.
Banshee, this is Willow that's on panel with us.
Hey, Banshee.
Oh, you asking who I was talking
It was on
to?
his camera.
Okay. Willa.
Oh, cute.
There's my great grandson.
Aw.
Oh, that was my wife talking. She does not like being on camera or talking on camera. Or talking period a lot of times.
Yeah, I have to wait and go get my camera back again. I had to take my camera back because I was broke this month and I needed the money, so
Well, I'm getting all my equipment
$50
together.
camera back.
I need
I
to
just
get
tell you,
the
May I'll
camera
have it back because I need it for me.
camera back.
It's a nice camera. I like it. I mean, it's
That's all
not
you get.
heavy, but if I can find a better one, I'll get a better one. I'm hoping to
shit.
have extra money coming in. I can get a bigger one.
Canon. I got 2
Wayne Fed
videos.
High from Western Australia.
I got a GoPro. I got a
She
spy
said,
pen.
I wish I had that many cameras. Shit. I
I
got
got
an
a
old
spy
GoPro,
bottle.
so I always try to record the weather, but the battery's so bad in it, or not bad. The battery on my GoPro doesn't last for like, which isn't long enough to record weather a lot of times.
By the way, you might see stuff go past because this is the most active room in, well,
Can't hear you now.
Oh,
She's muted.
the spirits must have messed with her audio.
Yeah, it muted her.
Now it's muted. It didn't look muted a minute ago.
I know.
it's my damn computer, but I don't know what the hell's going on with it. It
They're
does this
playing
all
with
quick.
you.
Yeah, because I said something about them. They're freaking.
Oh,
They're gonna.
Colleen,
start-
I thought you said you were peeing mangoes. It's summertime there, though, or coming into fall.
Yeah.
The last time I remember over there was my portal. I have no idea where it's at now. It's somewhere in this room. But yeah, I have the portal was used to be over there. Then it was over here. In April 1st, not an April Fool's joke, we have Mercury retrograde, so in about a month we've got that coming up. Which is usually when, and then it ends 2 days before my birthday. Thank God. But yeah. Oh, and my dolls are acting up too.
Autumn today.
My little reindeer one, she was jingling the other night. Nobody was touching her.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hey, Brave. Brave. Can you bring my reindeer doll down in Eloisa? Yeah, I don't know. Them two, I think those are the only 2 hunted ones I have. I haven't found out if the other ones are hunted yet or not. God, it's fucking hot in here.
It's cold in
Oh,
here.
what you doing? Jeff, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, put her on the table. Yeah, this one has little jinglies on her. And I was hearing this the other night. Yeah, put her over on the table. I think they're mad because I'm not upstairs all day like I used to be when this was upstairs. So yeah, I think they're a little mad at me. I pissed my dolls off. Just a little bit. Mm-mm.
Hi,
See,
kitty,
if
kitty.
there was anything bad with them, my cat would not be over there. What are you doing on my desk?
If you're still on here, Kay, that picture I sent in the group chat said "busted makes me feel good." You know, like ghost busting.
Excuse me, I can't see the chat when your butt is in my way, cat.
I can't wait to go ghost busting.
Me either. I can't.
You know, have the proton packs and everything.
No, when the weather clears up here and it gets a little bit warmer,
No.
I'm gonna start doing my investigations again.
Damn, Derek, I thought you fell asleep. You ain't said
No,
shit.
no, just listening to you guys. You know,
You're on mute
I thought he
again.
fell asleep.
Brie, can you grab my charger from upstairs on my phone? I might have to go on the phone because the mic keeps freaking up. Let me see if I have it on the right mic. That's why I'm on the right mic.
I have so many places around Ontario and Canada I want to investigate, and I got things lined up. So,
Well, when I talk to Emmy, and I'm going to warn you too now, Derek, when we go into Penhurst, I cannot be left alone.
you don't worry, you won't be left alone. I'll be with you.
I'm serious. I cannot be left alone at all. Not even with the Estes.
And I'm being serious. I won't leave you alone. I'll be with you.
And Emmy's one to go off by herself.
He's not understanding me. Yeah. The reason why I've got to wear a lot of protection is because, one, they all try to talk to me in my head at the same
Right.
time. So I've got that all under control. They don't do that no more.
Right.
Two, I've been known to black out.
Okay.
Okay. If I've got too many of them
Oh.
trying to come through, I'll actually black out. And I was in a place before that I actually got punched in the stomach. It felt like I got punched in the stomach going down on my knees.
Okay.
That type of place will have my abilities coming out so badly because I'm not around that activity all the time.
Right.
That it will my abilities will get so hyped up that I won't be able to control them at first.
Okay.
So yeah, and I've got a history of if there's any little children spirits there, believe me, they will be all
They're
over
going-
me because I have that.
Colleen, they're
I
going
have
to
that
Penhurst.
attachment. Yeah, Penhurst.
I was invited too, but I'm not gonna deal with the
We're
5 hour
supposed to go May
drive.
23rd. May 23rd. Emmy and Derek are coming down to my house. They're gonna come stay with me, and then we're gonna Emmy's gonna get a rental car because my car's just not gonna make it 2 hours down there. 'Cause that's all the farther I am from there is 2 hours.
Right.
So
And then Willis gonna show me Centralia.
yep, I'm gonna take them to Centralia. I'm gonna
Thing
take
is,
them
if we
to
go,
Because because ever since
well, you really gotta pay a lot of money to go.
yeah.
Not the money you have to pay to go. It's the money you have to pay to get out.
$67 a piece. If
Yeah.
there's 6 of us that goes, it's about $167 a piece. So, depending on how many, I'm not sure how many people we have going. There's me, Derek, and Emmy, Knockin' Futz, Parasola's going, so that's 6 of us right there. And I think they booked it for 2 nights, but we're only going the first night. And you're going to have to find out when Emmy's going to be in, or you're going to have to come fly in after her.
right.
Because she's going to be the one with the vehicle.
Okay.
It's about a 45-minute drive from my house up to the airport and the airport back to my house. So,
Sounds like
but
hell.
I have found some places to go to, though.
Right.
Right, Colleen?
I can't wait. This summer and spring and summer is gonna be my channel is gonna be filled with investigations.
And on top of that, on my channel, when we go to, I let everybody know when we go to Centralia, which it'll beginning before it gets dark, so around 7-8 o'clock my time. Then we're gonna kind of show the one cemetery that I was in where I heard the sigh next to me, which never got caught on the camera, or the EMF or not EMF detector, the digital recorder. But I know I heard it, and there is a huge, and I'm talking huge because I fucking felt it. Area of the cemetery that's nothing but energy.
My bag's trying to pull up.
And it's not from electrical power or anything because we've already tested that theory and I already tested it myself. That it's energy of spirits there. And I mean, it's a big area of the cemetery in the back.
Right.
I didn't catch nothing on anything when I went there, except for the fact that I was recording on my iPhone, and my iPhone, I went past a headstone that was broken in half, because it was an old headstone. And I actually have the videos of that place, that the headstone was the top half of the headstone was laying on the ground. I was walking past it so I could see what was on the top part of it, and did not know that my camera quit recording on my phone. And it wasn't because of storage or anything. It was because whatever was there, I was pretty damn close to that area of energy. And you got to remember, Centralia is where the mines have been burning over 50 years, 50 plus years. So there's a lot of energy from that.
Right.
3 cemeteries there. There's still the church on top of the hill. And then there's about 7 or 8 houses still left, plus the municipal building.
is still there, but it's empty. 'Cause, you know, I've never seen cars near it. I've never
Yeah.
seen just like in an area.
Okay, everyone, I got to get off here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Nerd Pop.
All
I
right,
have
hey
to
nerd
go.
pop again.
I'm
All
getting
right.
ready to go to bed myself.
I hear you.
What time is it? Oh, shit.
All right. Well, everybody have a
You
good
guys all
night.
have a good one.
You too.
Take care and stay
guys.
safe.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, everybody.